Are you worried about safety in Cambodia? Watch this video and worry no more. Hi, Eric here. One of the concerns I see about coming to Cambodia from people who have never been is it safe in Cambodia? How can I stay safe in Cambodia? And I'm here to tell you that, first of all, Cambodia is actually quite safe. In fact, you can look up here and you're going to see a video that I recently did in which I actually tried to get my stuff stolen. I tried and I tried, but I couldn't get my stuff stolen in Cambodia. So a lot of the fears that you see are overblown. But nevertheless, whenever you're traveling, whenever you're abroad, whether it be to Cambodia or anywhere else, you're going to worry about safety and how to keep yourself safe. Because I'm not going to suggest that it's impossible for something to happen to you in Cambodia. And when I say safety, I am really not talking about personal safety. I do not believe that there are significant threats to your personal safety in Cambodia. You're not going to get attacked, you're not going to get murdered, you're not going to get beat up. That's just not how the Cambodians roll, so I wouldn't worry about that at all. Therefore, this video is going to focus almost entirely on safety of your items and just not getting scammed or rolled or anything like that, because you don't want that to happen. It'll ruin your trip. And again, this kind of stuff doesn't happen very often, but nevertheless, you do just want to go and be careful. And so I'm going to show you several things that you can do in order to stay safe in Cambodia. And in many cases, these tips can be used all over the world, and Cambodia is just included. Tip number one is not just useful in Cambodia, but I promise you it's useful anywhere in the world. If anyone comes up and talks to you without you talking to them first, anybody, they're only out for one thing. Yes, that's right. I'm not trying to be mean here, but when you come to another country, you're not special, you're a source of money. In fact, this is the only reason that countries allow tourists in, because of the money that they bring in. And this is just a reality. So people that come up to you and want to talk to you, they aren't interested in helping you, unless it's in exchange for money. They're only interested in one thing. You are. Now, I'm not saying that if you go and you talk to somebody first, if you initiate the conversation like, hey, I'm trying to find this location, where is it? Is it around the corner? Can you point me in the right direction? Those people will generally help you for free in most places. But if they come up and talk to you, they are not there to help. They are only there for one reason: your money. Some of these times that these people come up and they talk to you, they can seem like they're really just there for a conversation, but they aren't. The reality is that people don't really want tourists in their country except for the money that they bring in. Tourists are usually seen as a nuisance. You are a nuisance in the local country unless you're bringing in money. So people are not just going to walk up to you because there's lots of tourists. People see tourists all day, every day. They don't want to talk to you unless there's something in it for them. So anytime somebody walks up and talks to you for any reason, just say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or continue to walk forward. I like to wear sunglasses so that they can't see where I'm looking, and I just continue to walk forward. Anyone that comes and talks to you is only looking for your money. And I don't mean to say even that they're always going to scam you, but they are going to try to get money from you in some way. Maybe they're going to try to sell you something, or maybe they will try to initiate a scam. And a lot of the scams start like this, where people just assume that they want to come and talk to them for I don't know what reason. But here's a perfect example of that. I'm looking here on Reddit. The title is, I fell for a tourist scam and feel really stupid. This was in Athens. The guy says, so I was walking down the street looking at Google Maps and I ran into a guy who asked if I needed directions. Now, just to be clear, this person who walked up to them initiated the conversation. That right there is how you immediately know they want money. I said, no. I was fine, but thanks. He asked where I was, and I said, from America. He asked if I'd ever tried this Greece's national drink, and I said, no. He said, hey, I work at a bar. I'll take you there and give you some for free. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they walk up to one of the throngs of tourists in Athens, Greece, and literally ask somebody, can I give you free stuff? Can I give you a free ride? Can I take you to my shop and give you free this or free that? They're just out to get money. In the end, the guy got scammed for like $90 at this shop. And so anytime somebody comes up to you, it's not because you're interesting, it's not because you're special, it's because you are a source of. Just move on and be done with it. Move past them. They want money, they want nothing else. Tip number 2 for being safe in Cambodia, and again, also anywhere else in the world, is don't look clueless when you're out and about. Tourists are specifically the target of all kinds of scams or thefts, and this is particularly true if it looks like you're disoriented and you're paying attention to other things. You can tell which are the people who have just arrived in the country, the ones who are easy targets. And these are the people who are just looking around, they're clueless. You can tell that they've never been here before, and they just look like a target to me. And if they look like a target to me, a regular guy, they're gonna look like a target to people who professionally try to steal or cheat other people. So I suggest you look like you're walking with a purpose, don't look lost. I know it's harder than it sounds. It's really easy for me to say, don't look like a tourist, but it's true. If you don't look like you're really confident and you know what you're doing, then you increase the chance that something will happen. When you're walking around in public, you want to look confident. You want to look like you know where you're going. Here's how I walk around. You don't have to look like you're ready to punch somebody in the mouth. You just have to look like you're not an easy target, and people will leave you alone. Tip number 3 for being safe in Cambodia is to watch your phone. Again, personal safety like being harassed, being mugged, being attacked, these aren't generally going to happen in Cambodia. Cambodia is very, very safe in that way. And it's also pretty safe for your possessions, but if anything's going to happen, it's going to be to your valuables. And your phone is definitely a valuable, especially in Cambodia, where the average wage is like $300 a month. One iPhone can be worth the same as several months' pay to some people. As a result, your phone can be a target. So what the thieves are really looking for in the tourists are the people who are just kind of staring at their phone. They're obviously lost. They're not paying attention to anything else. They've got Google Maps up and they're just trying to figure out where they're going, and they're obviously not really sure what's going on, and they're just oblivious to the rest of the world. So what can happen is, especially if you are keeping your phone on the street side and you're kind of standing out into the street a little bit, then people on motorcycles in tourist areas who are looking for this sort of thing, while you're just paying attention only to your phone, they can grab your phone and it's gone in a second and you'll never see it again. Again, I haven't really heard of people really getting hurt when this happens. I just hear about phones just occasionally disappearing. So hold your phone tightly. If you're going to be near the street, turn away from the street and then open Google Maps. And then look where you're going, and then you should be fine as far as your phone. But phone snatching is an occasional thing, and it happens usually with teams of 2 people on motorcycles, where you've got one driving and the other dude is on the back looking for a phone that they can just reach out and just snatch, again, from people who aren't paying attention. So pay attention when you have your phone. Turn your body away when you're about to use it on the street, and you should be fine. Tip number 4 for staying safe in Cambodia is to always use Grab when taking a tuk-tuk. There's a right way to take a tuk-tuk and there's a wrong way to take a tuk-tuk, and negotiating with the tuk-tuk driver is the wrong way to take a tuk-tuk, because you're always going to pay more and an inflated price compared to Grab. Also, there can be communication issues when you're trying to explain where you want to go. With Grab, it's just not an issue because you've gone and you've already put in your destination, picked it out from a map, and then the driver will follow that map at that route that Grab has selected to take you to your destination. There can be no confusion whatsoever. Furthermore, the Grab drivers are going to be vetted because they get reviewed every time that they take a passenger on their tuk-tuk. And if they get to be troublesome, then Grab simply removes them from their platform. So you know that you have a generally trustworthy tuk-tuk driver because they're not really going to try to scam you. On the other hand, when you try to negotiate a price, you will always get a higher price. So instead of a $2 trip that's 15 blocks away, you're going to get a $5 trip quote or $10 or who knows how high. Sky's the limit. And then you also don't know what's going to happen with that tuk-tuk driver. The tuk-tuk driver is not being tracked by Grab. They have no platform to get kicked off of. And they can start throwing the scams at you right and left, including, hey, let me take you to my friend's shop, or hey, I know where I can take you for a free this or a free that, which is never free. Just take Grab, your problems are solved. Tip number 5 on how to stay safe in Cambodia is also related to tuk-tuks, but this is about what you do once you're already in the tuk-tuk. Now, I actually did a whole video on tuk-tuks in Grab, and so you can just see it right up there on the top of the screen if you want to watch that video. But once you're in the tuk-tuk, you have to remember the people who can also steal your phone. You know, the ones who can steal your phone when you're walking on the street, where they have one guy on the front of the motorbike and then the grabber on the back of the motorbike. And tuk-tuks are very slow, particularly the remorque tuk-tuks, which often have tourists in them. The remorque tuk-tuks are nice, I recommend you take them, but in all tuk-tuks, they're slow. And the motorcycles are fast and maneuverable, and they can come right up beside you and grab the bag from right out of your tuk-tuk. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. I do have a friend who had a bag snatched right out of the tuk-tuk right in front of them with 2 laptops. And I don't hear about this often, but it does happen, so sorry that happens, Simon. Anyway, the solution for this is pretty simple, and you would follow this in any country for any open type vehicle like a tuk-tuk that doesn't have doors that close or have windows that you just kind of reach in through. And that is to just go and put your bag between your legs or behind your legs and just keep one hand on your bag. And you can do that and be pretty comfortable. And the people who are trying to steal things out of tuk-tuks, they're just like the people who are trying to take a phone out of a person's hand. They're looking for easy targets. And if the motorcycle thief is driving around looking for targets and they see that you've got the bag behind your legs and you've got your hand grabbing the strap, they're not even going to try to take it. They'll just go elsewhere, look for the next tuk-tuk with the easier mark. My 6th and final tip for being safe in Cambodia is to not bring large bills into Cambodia. You don't need them, and they're nothing but trouble. You may be aware that in Cambodia, you can use US dollars and Cambodian riel equally. In other words, just about any vendor will accept US dollars or Cambodian riel, but there's a bunch of problems with using US dollars. And here's one of the problems right now. Look at this beautiful new $100 bill that I got out of the ATM. It had better be a perfect $100 bill. What I mean by that is that vendors are not going to accept large currency in US dollars unless it is absolutely perfect. If there are folds, creases, marks, if there's tears, they're not going to accept it. But why is that a safety tip? Well, look here again. See this $100 bill? It's not a $100 bill, it's a fake. You can see right there, it says copy. But it otherwise looks exactly like a $100 bill front and back. In fact, I would be fooled by this $100 bill, which looks 100% real, except for the little words copy. By the way, the same color ink is used elsewhere on the $100 bill. Look, I've got an entire package of them that I bought here for $1 at the local market. And this is money that's actually used to be burned in order to send money to your dead relatives if you're Buddhist. But people definitely will go and swap these bills out for you in order to make a profit by trading out your real $100 bills with their fakes, and you might not notice in time. One of the common scams in some of the massage shops is while you're getting a massage, someone can go and actually take your wallet when you're not looking, when you're relaxing on the massage table and you've put your money and your wallet into your locker that they have back there. And some of them even have like hidden back walls behind the lockers where they can just go and pull out one of your $100 bills and replace it with one of these, and you'll never know. But on top of that, if your bill is in any way damaged, then and it's real, I mean, nobody will take it because they'll assume it's a fake. So I would recommend that you bring at most $100 or $200 with you into the airport or wherever you're going to go, and immediately exchange it for Cambodian riel, because the Cambodian riel can be in absolute tatters and people are going to accept it. I would just generally only bring a tiny bit of money, enough to get into your hotel in Cambodia, and then all the ATMs here will honor your international ATM card and you can just withdraw riel. So you can withdraw dollars and you can pay with dollars, but you're running into all kinds of problems with those dollars, and I just wouldn't even bother with it. Go with the local currency. You can buy everything in the local currency, and you want to try to promote the local currency as well, because it's Cambodian money and you want to promote Cambodia, and that's why you're hopefully here at least a little bit. And just go with the Cambodian money. You're less likely to get scammed. Nobody is swapping out Cambodian money. They're only trying to hand over at the counter fake American money, fake 20s, fake hundreds. And so I would just stay away from the large bills whenever possible. Don't even bring them into the country if you can help it. Well, those were my 6 tips for staying safe in Cambodia. I've been here though for 4 years. I have never been scammed. I've never been stolen from. And I think that as long as you are just sensible and you follow the rules that I've suggested, you really don't have much to worry about either. The Cambodians are just super lovely people and generally actually extremely honest. And so enjoy your trip here, be safe, have some sense, and you're going to be fine. In the meanwhile, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you watch more of my videos. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments and I promise I'll respond. Have a great day.